Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. Just when you think you got a handle on the world of New Jersey politics, everything turns upside down in 1 week. Here to explain is Ben Dworkin, the director of the Rebovich Institute for New Jersey Politics at Rider University. Yes. Thank you, sir, for coming back.
Thank you, Larry.
Let's take these things one at a time.
Sure.
Whenever you talk to the political experts about who is going to be at the top of the Democratic ticket, they talked about Steve Sweeney, or they talked about Steve Sweeney, the president of the Senate, or Stephen Fulop, the mayor of Jersey City.
Right.
All of a sudden, they're both out of the race.
They're both out of the race. This all started with Stephen Fulop, the mayor of Jersey City. He decided last week that he was going to leave. He didn't tell anybody about it. His most strongest supporters, strongest political backers found out close to midnight the night before he was giving a morning press conference. And not only did he drop out, but he set an avalanche, a cavalcade of endorsements because he stepped out and said, I'm stepping out and I'm endorsing Phil Murphy, the former Goldman Sachs executive who then became ambassador to Germany. So people suddenly started, without Fulop there to rally them, and without them being a candidate, they rallied around Phil Murphy.
And that affected Sweeney.
And that affected Sweeney because Sweeney started losing a pathway to win the nomination himself. And so he inevitably dropped out. And so Phil Murphy, somebody who hasn't been entrenched in the political fights in Trenton, is now the presumptive Democratic favorite to win the nomination.
There was a lot of blowback when President Sweeney didn't allow a vote on a referendum for a constitutional amendment to fund the state workers' pension.
Right.
Did that affect this decision? Because he lost some support, it sounded like.
He did lose some support because he had been out there saying we should make these quarterly payments and it should be in the Constitution. The state should make quarterly payments towards the pension fund. He had been very public in saying he was supported. And then he withdrew that, arguing that it wasn't the right time. He didn't want to push for something that he didn't think could win. And it also involved sort of spending on other issues like the Transportation Trust Fund. I don't think that had anything to do with this. What we're talking about here with this Democratic gubernatorial nomination process is really the power of party organizations and the line. The line is preferred ballot position in a primary. What that means is that when you go and vote in a primary as a Democrat, you have one line, one column, where it's got all the Democrats. Having your name on that line gives you almost automatically 75 to 85% of the vote. And so when all the various lines, Bergen County, Hudson County, Middlesex County, Essex County, all these places started rallying around Phil Murphy, Steve Sweeney says, I can't win running off the line.
What's amazing is you see every public opinion poll, Phil Murphy's at the bottom. Yeah. He's not getting any name recognition, but he's doing the kind of work you need to do behind the scenes to get some people to support him that led to this.
Absolutely.
The Trentonian, by the way, came out with an article today and said he's the next governor. Patrick Murray from Monmouth University tweeted that out.
The biggest piece of conventional wisdom that is held almost universally by both Democrats and Republicans in Trenton is that the next governor is going to be a Democrat. And so once Phil Murphy effectively became the presumptive, the prohibitive favorite to win the Democratic nomination for governor, people are expecting him to win this whole thing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Always great. Ben Dworkin, the director of the Rebovich Institute for New Jersey Politics at Rider University. Look forward to having you back soon. When we come back, we're going to do an unofficial inspection of a bridge that carries crude oil in New Jersey. You'll be fascinated with the results. That's when Jersey Matters continues.